Hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to another Coolcraft live stream. Are my sounds up? No, they're just really low. Okay, today is the second ever live stream from Coolcraft. And oh gosh, I am like, how many minutes late now? I'm like almost 20 minutes late for the stream, but not my fault because I had a late lunch. Definitely not my fault ever, at all. Never ever going to be my fault. Now, I was originally going to be joined by the Golden Creeper and JRD Cool in the stream. I will still be joined by JRD Cool whenever he gets back to his computer. But as for the Golden Creeper, I have not heard from him today. I was talking to him yesterday. He said, I don't know, I haven't told you guys what we're doing yet. It's in the title, but I haven't told you. He said he was going to be, joining me, but he said he would be here, but I have not heard from him today. I've not seen him today, and so well, I mean, this was last night here. Like, you can see the whole chat logs here, which I'm not actually going to show you much of. But yeah, he did say he was going to be here today, so I don't know. Golden Creeper and JRD Cool are going to be working on a project though, but today I'm going to be touring up the entire world today for you all to see. Yes, that is right. We are going to be doing a world tour today because I think it's about time that all the viewers who don't exist, that is, see everything that that has been happening so far in the 9, I believe, months that this server has been up for now. You know, barring the fact that I'm the only one who has played for most of that time, and there was a brief thing in like December when it wasn't up. So yeah, I guess to start off the world tour, welcome to the Spawn Chunks, which, as an update for last week's streams, this has been completely finished. Now, you will find this out in the episode, which is hopefully releasing tomorrow, that I hopefully will finish later today. Fingers crossed. But yes, the whole project here has been finished. So when I last ended the last stream, we had just cleared this section here. After the stream, I went and cleared this here. The next day, actually when we had ended the stream, we had just blown up this section over here. You know, then the next day I cleared the section that's here around this giant wooden platform that JRD Cool built, part of which during live stream. I also installed a map here that shows off the entire world that we have right now. It's not the full thing, but I'm going to give you guys a rundown of this momentarily. I also went and as you will see in the episode tomorrow, oh, here's a grass block, missed this. Good thing I didn't spawn any animals, but I blew up the terrain over here, and more grass that has been missed. Interesting. There's a little bit of last minute cleanup here, apparently. But yeah, I blew up this area over here. That was pretty annoying. I mean, I did that because I was getting really bored of actually having to... Oh, that was my fireworks. I'd like those back, please. Thank you. I did that because I was getting tired of actually just mining it, and we have pretty much filled up all of the chests here at spawn with dirt. So my base is set with that. Then, a couple days later after that, later in the week, I came over here and covered Apurns. He says there's no official pronunciation of his name, so I don't care. His base with concrete powder over where there used to be grass to prevent animals spawning here. And then finally, I dug out a little bit of the grass that was underneath of this, and I feel like this cliff here looks better without any grass or dirt being there. Then I just came over here and blew the rest of this up to save time, because it's actually really fast to blow stuff up. So that's the progress update. It has been completely finished, this project, and I finally last night had the first successful AFK session at my mushroom farm, even if it was only for part of the night until I ran out of hunger and the damage from the hunger kind of just knocked me back, so I couldn't so I wasn't actually hitting the thing. Anyhow, yes, the map. So, we are at spawn here, and yes, you can label maps since 1.13. You need to learn about that. Is this? No. Okay, that's not actually on the map boundaries. So that's kind of how that happened. Hello.
Hey, sir.
Oh, hello! The Golden Creeper has finally decided to show up. Yes, we are live right now, by the way. Alright. And I'm currently at spawn if anybody wants to join me for the first part of the stream.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I've started the work to the the spot, but I haven't completed it. So,
Alright.
tracks still need to go there, but I guess we could start building a roller coaster. I guess I haven't even designed it yet, so we can work on the design when we get there.
Alright. So with the maps, here is spawn. There's Apern's base. I think that's how it's spelled. I didn't check. That's about how it's spelled. My base is all the way over this way. As you can see, I built stuff out to there. Hey, the Golden Creeper joins the game. The shopping district is over here. That's pretty much what it looks like there. We got the Golden Creeper's base here, which we will check out later in the stream once we get there for the world tour. Then these maps completely cover where National Rail is, going all the way straight up here through this village here, which has had minor stuff happen during the season, all the way up to the end portal, which I did not label, which is here. Up to JRD Cool's base, which I put the sign for here. This is the central station. This is the brand new nether portal room for JRD Cool. We will check that out again later in the stream. Up here is the witch farm perimeter, and then some of the newer stuff that has been added on. This will probably be expanded once I see what these other two people on the server currently are planning. Would any of you like to add any comments to that?
Well, you're probably seeing the wood is expanded.
Alright. Alright, so
I'm on my way.
As this is kind of out of the way, well, I mean, you've probably seen my base. I will go and show you a lot of my projects and my bases. There's a bunch of stuff that is not on this map that I will show you guys. But first stop is the shopping district right over this way. And I kind of wanted to start out the stream, although we are already 10 minutes into the stream, so start out, but 2 hours, start out. By showing you guys the shopping district as it is so far. So we've had the National Rail extended over to the shopping district and some paths put in here. And so yeah, I have most of the shops here in the shopping district. There are 1, 2, 3 shops that are not owned by me in this place, so that is pretty fun. Hey, the Golden Creeper's joined us, and he finally has an Elytra. Which, speaking of which, can go check the rocket shop and collect that 20 diamonds here. Also believe that we've sold some rockets. I think these were actually sold a little bit earlier in the season, apart from those last two there. Oh, hello, JRD Cool.
Ow. That sounded like something broke, too.
Golden Creeper, are you muted on Discord or something?
Yes, he muted himself.
Yes, he is. Okay. There you go. This is JRD Cool's dye shop. No,
I know.
You're no longer muted, yeah.
You
don't. Why was I going in there?
looks like Iron Beacon and Cold Shop.
Yes.
Jeez, nobody's buying my gun that I mass produced.
Oh, there's actually been some slime sales over here. I'm actually thinking of adding honey blocks to this shop sometime soon down the line. Yeah, probably need to sleep.
So yeah, I did all the plays.
Also, the slime might be a little bit overpriced. I don't know. Where did you just throw me? Oh, I didn't pick it up. I got myself a nice supply of steak now, so I don't need any lame potatoes. Anyhow, we got the iron shop, which is technically a joint venture between me and JRD Cool. There's been a lot of sales over here.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
It just takes it all?
Hold up, how much did I have previously? 36, as I can just look at what was just happening on the stream. Okay. And then we each get 7. There we go. Right, we got the Nether Beacon Grid Season Pass area. We got 30 diamonds once. Not again, because there's only been 1 sold. Everybody's just following me around here.
Really? I'm the only one...
Yeah, I don't think this guy's gotten enough diamonds. Let's go to the Beacon shop now, which has had 2 sales. It's like the first time I've actually gathered profits from this place, and it's actually brought in some diamonds that I probably don't need, but whatever. I'm the only one who has, like, any shops, so go figure.
You know what
diamonds.
I should do? I should come through here.
Wow,
here into a hostile takeover of the redstone.
Yeah, this shop is out of stock. I'm pretty sure I bought it out ages ago in the season. And yeah, so from essentially all the profits that we've made from the shopping district so far this season, but just that happens to just be today that I've collected it, is 1 stack in 40 diamonds. That is quite impressive. He says when he opens his ender chest, and I literally can't fit any more diamonds into this box. I mean, that's just because I have so many blocks of iron in here that I probably don't need. And just saying that all the people who are currently playing with me in this world should also be watching the stream. Don't know what I'm going to do with those blocks of iron now. So yeah, this is the shopperating district. I'll quickly go through the other 3 shops that exist in this area. So this is the Redstone Shed, which is the first shop to pop up on this world. It is by Apperns, and he is out of stock. As I mentioned just moments ago, I bought this shop out early, and he has not restocked it. So, I mean, the prices were interesting, but these are more early season prices when people don't have much. So, especially me now that I have a double chest of almost every redstone component. So that I wouldn't need that. I wouldn't need that shop anyway. We got Jaredy Cool's wool shop here, which sells all the different wools. Because he made a big old sheep farm, which is probably the reason why I'm not going to do anything. Because if I need wool for redstone or for any other random reason, probably just going to buy it from here. I don't know why I keep pressing tab. Everybody else is in the nether, it looks like. And then Jaredy Cool's dye shop, where he has inflated prices on dyes that you can easily farm from 2 tall flowers. Really, 1 time for 16 yellow? Already 2 red. But seriously, you get enough of that stuff from the iron farm. Jeez.
Why do you think it's cheaper?
Cheaper by how much exactly? Okay. So that is the shopping district there. We also have National Rail, which I will not be riding because that's stupidly long and slow. Now,
Big old creeper, where do you got?
over to the place which I will be spending probably the least amount of time, which is Apron's base. He doesn't have much here. He has this, which I think was supposed to be an nano farm, but then he realized that slabs then now let through light and just abandoned this idea. Down here is his storage system area. He has a very crude sheep farm there. This is going to be a super smelter, I believe. This is going to be his storage system. I don't know if he's ever actually going to do anything here, but this is all the extra concrete that I did not use for his base here. Up here, he's got a Zero-Tech sugarcane farm, which will be not working in the next update. We have the spawn nether portal here. Down here, he has an AFK fish farm, which will be nerfed in 1.16. And up here he has he had an automatic chicken farm and an egg farm, which I had to kill the chickens in order to remove all the passive mobs from spawn, because obviously he's in the spawn chunks. Also, his things filled up, so that was only lagging down the server. So yeah, this is his base, and next up, I think I will go and show you guys my base. Actually, no, I will say that for a little bit later. For now, we're going to go to the Golden Creeper's base to see what he's done for now. I mean, he literally only started playing again after the stream last week, so he hasn't done much since I probably last showed this place on camera. So yeah, we'll go and see what it's like. And also, Jaredy Cool, don't you have something to be working on?
I was at trading with some villagers because I was getting mending.
Oh, you're at my base, are you? Alright, oops, I fell in one of these colored buildings. Also, sorry if the people who are on the call with me are quiet. One of them actually is very quiet, and besides that, it's just Discord being funky with the way that OBS and other screen capture software record audio. Nothing I can do about how they sound. Other YouTubers experience the exact same problems, and that is a floating bit of terracotta. That is kind of annoying. Anyhow, yes, this is his base. It's made out of lots of terracotta, which was interesting. The buildings also have no particular coherent scheme besides one color terracotta on the outside, another color on the inside. He has this big building in the center of the area here for his rail systems. central hub where he has a few different rails that go out to different locations on the surrounding mesa. There's also a second floor here now with also a lot of confusing and weird walls. It's the theme of this building. It's just the walls make no sense. He also got this big old beacon here, but he's built a few different buildings here. He has his storage system there, a grade for a horse he got within the first couple weeks of the server, and then the horse died.
In the first couple weeks of the server.
Yeah, it's like the next day that his horse died. That was actually kind of funny.
And then he didn't come back.
Yes. And then he has these rail lines that go out here
on this side.
He came out here to zone these areas for people to be able to come and mine them out, although I'm not too sure how much I actually would, but sure, whatever, I guess, if we ever get new people, which, by the way, if you are indeed watching this stream and you do want a shot at potentially being able to join us for the rest of this season and future seasons, now please do fill out the Google form, which is linked in the description. I did actually make sure to put it in the description this week. Alright, so that is the Golden Creepers base, because there's not much here. This is National Rail, which we will quickly bring National Rail on to its next stop after the Golden Creepers base. Although this is very repetitive and long, so we're not gonna just bother saying anything about it. But right over this hill is a village. Now this is the first village that we captured. Around here, which it was supposed to be inside of this. I'm not sure if there is actually a villager in here anymore. There still is a villager in here. This is the guy that allowed us to get to the end on episode 2 because he trades ender pearls.
Wait, there's still a villager down?
Yeah, there's still the villager who's in this little thing here. Like, this is the whole... This guy.
If I'd known that, I would have come over here.
Yeah, he's one of the 2 surviving villagers in this village at the moment. Here's a smithing table that I think he was originally drawn to. Actually, no, that was another guy. That's the guy who I originally bought shovels from in order to mine out the dirt that I required for the first part of this. Here's a temporary villager breeder for a few villagers originally. Here's a hut which got blown up by a creeper, during a raid that occurred here recently. This guy sells mending books.
You just punched me, sir.
No, that was him.
I'm up this place. My name doesn't even have creeper in the name.
It wasn't you. I said the other one. That time it was me.
You guys are ready to move.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much all that is.
Largest base on the server?
Right, so why don't you guys go off to the project that you guys were talking about yesterday?
It's out there. Well, they're not, but there's wood out.
Okay, wait, I need to pick up from my bed.
Well, that is this village, and now I will talk about this area here in the Nether. So recently I installed this giant grid of beacons here in the Nether. This grid has, I believe it is 6 different activation stations around the Nether, of which you can chuck in either diamonds or a season pass to activate this grid for 4 minutes and 50 seconds or thereabout. Now, the locations for each activation station consist of over here near my portal, right outside the gold farm, in the center of the Nether here near the village portal there, all the way over this way by where JRD Cool's portal is, which has moved, by the way. We'll get here later. And over all the way on the other side of the Nether, one in between the spawn portal and the shopping district right here. And most recently, which you will see in tomorrow's episode, hopefully, is the one outside the Golden Creepers base. And so any of these stations do the exact same job. They will accept a payment or a season pass to activate beacon network grid, which consists of 108 beacons. That's a lot. Although it actually that was like over that's over a stack of beacons, and it took me forever to kill those. U2. Boy, this live streaming thing at like 7,000 kilobytes per second apparently is really taking a toll on the Discord voice connection. I would assume that's what it is. Yeah. I wouldn't know if you guys were cutting out for each other too, though, so I might just go and deafen myself for a little while for a bit of this tour, so you guys can chat by yourself for the project that you're working on. Let me know in chat if that would be a good idea. It's clear that you won't be able to... We are not. Okay. So it's entirely me. I would not know why. Maybe it's just I have so much throughput going through my computer at the moment from the network.
Can you still hear me now?
Yeah. Yes, guys, we're on stream right now. Just saying, I have not muted or deafened myself at all. Yep. So anyway, yeah, this is my base. Probably has the most effort of any base at all has been put into it. Oh, come on. I'm currently, by the way, attempting to check my router to see if it's like a bandwidth problem. So I will go and find my computer here.
These are FD1.
Turn on high priority for the next 2 hours about. This should allow me to not have these issues with upload, download, and all that stuff. I should have like full capacity of the network, really. So hopefully that will do us good there. Alright, so anyhow, this is my base. It is the most base that has been... Okay, every block in this base has been completely placed by me.
You still cutting off me or not? Or Golden
Creeper? Yes, Golden Creeper. Is this cutting up for you too? Because I have no idea. What's my frame rate looking like right now? It's not that bad, actually. It's
definitely him.
Alright. So, this is, my base. I've placed every single block here that was not from a naturally grown tree from a sapling, so that would include the stuff that is in my tree farm, which I will show you all momentarily. The bottom half of this dome here that I am in was built in episode 3 on day, 4 of this world being up. Oh gosh. It took me 8 hours to build it, and you can go watch that video if you do want to see me build this thing. As it is freaking awesome. We had replay mod back then. Should be coming out within the next few weeks, but so is Scrap Mechanic, so you know. If Scrap Mechanic does come out on time when they're thinking, well, the next stream may very well just be a Scrap Mechanic stream. Anyhow, this here is my storage system, or my central storage system. It has a lot of chests, some of which are not filled with items, other which are filled with items. There's a lot of resources here, and I have some shulker box loaders over here that store the necessities of dirt, andesite, granite, diorite, stone, and cobblestone here in various boxes that I have. I also have my central nether portals, which is the only way in or out, apart from the hatch in the bottom, but you're not supposed to know about that. Over here I have some additional storage chests which store the miscellaneous items that I don't want to store in my storage system, like non-stackable items of tools and that sort of thing. Some random food stuffs that I don't have enough to do stuff, and random mob drops, which mainly includes dyes over here apparently, but mob heads as well. I have a lot of mob heads. Not very much variety, but a lot of mob heads. It also stores all my shulker boxes at the moment. And those are just the ones that aren't in use. Now, on top of my base here, this you will see in the next episode, so that's spoilers. On top of here, we have, this is the input to my huge storage system downstairs. This over here is my house where I have my bed here, which is where I usually just stand AFK in this corner away from the fireplace so I don't hear the dang crackle of fire all the time. Pretty standard reasoning for stuff. And up top here, this, besides the map art, which I might show you guys later, this here is my map room, or as I called it with the no sign, this is the city planner's office. or the dome planner's office, where you can see this is what my base currently looks like on the map, and this is what it looked like originally when I built this place and first put it in the map. You see, I didn't even have any of the other domes, no decorations. It was just this building here. The entrances to the storage system, I had in my enchantment table right there. Zero texture green farm there, and the CBI building right there before I even had letters on it, apparently. Obviously, this is what it looks like now. So, speaking of the CBI building right over here, never mind this piston. This was something, I probably should remove that now. That was something from really early on in the season. This CBI building is the CBI's location in my base, but is currently being occupied by this small honey farm. And much larger than that honey farm, automatic honey crafting system. Because on this server, we have an automated dropper crafting system that allows you to automatically craft things. But you do have to be able to place the items into the correct formation in a dropper in order to be able to craft stuff. If you want to learn more, it's part of Carpet Extra, and it's called Auto Dropper Crafting. Nembomb has a video on it if you want to learn more, so go find it and watch that after the stream. But yes, it's a big complicated system with lots of complicated things. Not going to bore you with the details of that. So this here is my small enchanting room. I don't know why I have this enchanting room, but I do. It's got purple flooring, black walls, all that stuff. I never use this because I have anvils and enchanted books. So that's nice. That's pretty much all that's in above ground on my central dome here. Over this way is my villager dome, where most of my villagers reside. There's a farm here so that they can automatically replenish their population. Nope, I can't hear Jared Cole, so that's fine. This is my very, very small villager trading hall here. We got librarians on the top floor here that sell many variety of books that are very useful, but not all the varieties that I probably need. Down here are the money-making villagers and some other useful villagers. For instance, I have farmers, a whole bunch of fishermen, because I have a guardian farm, which I will show you later. Do you mind deafening for a while? Sure. There, deafen for a while. You can just listen to me on the stream, which you all should be watching, which if you're not watching, you won't hear me say that, so just make sure you guys are watching the stream. That's essentially what it comes down to. Anyhow, this guy, these guys here were selling me some tools and stuff, or this guy was just really finding out that I needed this guy to sell me tools. And then there's farmers here, because farming. There's also a lot of annoying villagers here, so if I need villagers for anything else in my base, like this way, we will have that. This is my gigantic farming dome, which started with me building these two gigantic sugarcane farms at the very start of the quarantine. Yeah, these are very big and produce a lot, and hidden behind them are melon and pumpkin farms, which also started at, which I also did in like the same episode, I believe it was. Then in a recent episode, I built all 4 of these farms right here. These farms are crop farms, and they have been doing well because I got lots of crops from all of these farms, although this farm and that farm will have to be changed and retrofitted once 1.16 comes out because their mechanics will break due to the fact that they can compost seeds into bone meal, which I hate. I hate that a lot. So, right. That is the basics of the upside of my base here. There's also a heck ton of room, as if we go down this elevator here, you can see pretty much completely empty down here. So there will be more farms built down here in the near future. I just gotta figure out what farms I want to build down here, really. There is a lot of space. Now, if we fly back over this way into my storage system area, this here is the crop storage area. All the crops and stuff are stored there from the farming dome, which is kind of why the farming dome was placed where it is. Now, I keep pressing tab for some weird reason. Somebody's in the area, or no, the Golden Creeper and JD Cool are in the same area. That's why the mob caps are changing. Don't need to eat that. This here is my everything below here storage, or as I like to call it, my blast chamber storage, where it's mainly wood, which I have a lot of just lying around, guys. Go up to this chest here. I also have some white concrete, and then there's some other colors and a whole bunch of cobblestone here from the cobblestone generator I temporarily attached. This here is charcoal. Lots of charcoal. So yeah, need fuel for anything, like my super smelter down here once 1.16 comes out. Because again, removing zero ticking, this thing uses zero tick bamboo farms to fuel it. Which is nice for, oh yeah, it is that time. Which is nice for right now, but this, again, won't work later. So, I think, but yeah, it's probably for the best that they remove that anyhow. But yeah, my super smelter, it's giant, has a crap ton of furnaces in it, and apparently I recently found out that I might need to change some stuff with the minecart because this first hopper here gets a lot more items than the rest of the hoppers. So that's interesting. Anyhow, well, that is all just dropped down into here, but the bigger items here that aren't taking up the whole set, I mean, just the bamboo, the zero tick bamboo farms actually take up a lot of space for the the super smelter, which I actually had to bend to fit everything in here. The other things down here is my double speed concrete converter. I apparently never turned off this. Whatever, it doesn't matter since I've completely disabled that. Yeah, this farm is interesting. This was a concrete converter that killed itself after this thing couldn't keep up, so I built this thing instead, which is slower, but it works. This, anyhow, is my personally designed double-speed concrete converter. It is essentially designed so that two people can stand both here and here with some concrete fed from the back here. I've never had to do too much this season, so I haven't used it that much. Where each player can stand here or here, placing concrete blocks. And it would be fed into the blast chamber here, and the TNT duper would dupe TNT to blow it up. Now, this does not work with harder blocks like cobblestone. Because of their higher blast resistance, the TNT can't destroy them quick enough to handle a full stream. So that's why you need an actual TNT blast chamber, which can deal with a lot of blocks. And that actually has the ability to completely... that has the ability to make blocks really soft. Like... I don't know. Watch an Elmengo video. That'll explain it to you. The other thing that is directly attached to this, besides the input of concrete, would of course be logs, which I miserably failed at climbing on top of there. Logs that, mind you, come directly from my tree farm. This was built really early on, specifically for my storage system, and it's an Elmengo design that that is supposed to be very lossless and give you as many saplings and stuff back as possible. Now, the only thing with this is that it wasn't exactly perfect when Elmengo designed it, because a ton of saplings get just launched out the back here, so I've had to modify it by putting a huge bed of hoppers here, but I didn't mind that too much. And also now, I also had to modify it a little bit to make it so that whenever you get items back from the leaves of the tree, they get filtered out first, so that all apples and sticks don't clog up my inventory, and instead clog up my back storage here, which isn't that full right now. But it used to be quite full before I emptied it. So that is the inside of my base. And that is pretty much all for inside of here. Now is the time I go on to more of my doings around the server. So that is my little escape hatch there, which automatically closes itself up after a little while. We are now going to travel to my doings from episode 10 on this world. Oh, and I actually just remembered that I have a slime farm, which is unimportant, that I built early on in the season and mined out with iron pickaxes. I'm pretty sure I just completely destroyed its rates by instant mining around the area, but this is my super mob farm. The mob cap is indeed kind of full right now. Okay, no mobs up there. But when I'm the only one online, this thing cranks out about, I think it's 18 stacks of gunpowder per hour or something stupid like that. So yeah, this thing's very efficient, and I do have a whole bunch of drops from it. Well, not string, because I've taken a lot of that. But the best part about this mob farm is because I made it using flying machines. This thing farms ender pearls. This is my ender pearl farm this season, so I don't have to worry about going and messing around with the end and areas where the ender dragon might just destroy everything if it's respawned for some reason. I just come here, take ender pearls like so, and I don't have to worry about it. I can go wee. But you know, nothing serious. So yeah, this is my mob farm here. It is big, it has flying machines, it's complicated, and when I was building this, the server somehow went up to, like, okay, that's the first one of those I've seen this season, but when I was building this, the server somehow got up to a grueling 500 milliseconds per tick, and like all the way down to like less than 10 TPS. That was insane how laggy the server got for some reason. I ended up restarting the server after I built that, but that was purely insane. So that was one of my main projects there, and the server just lagged a little bit there. Would not know why. I can actually go show you where my slime farm is now. It's right down here. You can't see much. This over here was my little AFK room that I used for it. And in fact, this is probably one of the easiest ways to get down to where I have... Boop. Okay, there's. This is the easiest way to get down here to my instant mine area, which I have left some shulker boxes of stuff down here, apparently. This is under my second dome here, and as you can see, it's pretty simple. One spawning platform here, although the water there does probably slow down the spawning rates a little bit. But as you can see, there's a bunch of slime balls just here, and I'd count that as pretty successful, especially for having built this thing really early on in the season, especially because I mined this entire chunk out with iron picks. So I'm quite impressed. I'm impressed with myself. Yep, that is totally a thing. I'm quite impressed with how early that was. Right. This beacon was a little bit of extra instant mining, by the way. It's nothing important. Nothing at all important. And over here, this is my starter base, which I was in from episode 1 through 3. Did not spend long here at all. Hey, there's a sheep over here. Just kind of caught in the berry bushes here. You can't move, sheep. This over there is where most... Ow. This area over here is where most of the dirt for the first part of my base came from. Right here. This is insane, actually. It's a lot of digging that happened, and over here is my this is my AFK fish farm from the beginning of the season, obviously. I got all my AFK fishing done within the first couple days, and I was like, alright, I'm done. Wait, there's still a bunch of fish over here? That's gotta change soon. But this was my crap storage system and stuff, and I even had an extra diamond hoe here for some reason. I can't remember why. These were my that was my part of my original food farm there. And the other part was just up here in this hill. Quite awesome, really. A bit of netherware farm and bamboo farm, which I have not yet replicated in my base. A little bit of smoker smelterating. A mid-air death there. IPR. What the frick is that? So yeah, this is my starter base. Not too much about this, but this was the first nether portal on the server here. You can't forget that. Very first. Which was come out to here. Now, the next thing isn't really necessary that I show you this. But I'm gonna do it just because I can. Looking up a chat here, nobody's chatted anything. If you guys have any questions or just wanted to scream at me, tell me that I'm a really bad person, just please feel free to do that in chat. And this here is the direction to the Nether Fortress that we uncovered on day 1, or I had to go to on day 1, because we wanted to go to the Ender Dragon. I mean, I didn't do this in episode for sure because we fought the Ender Dragon day 2. We needed blaze rods for that, so we came all the way out this direction to the Nether Fortress, which is right out here, or right down here. See, Nether Fortress. In order to be able to fight the Ender Dragon. So that's what this is. I'm not going to spend time. I grinded for like one or two beacons there. And then after that, I was like, you know what, screw this. I don't need any more beacons for a while. I can't be bothered to spend too much time grinding wither skeletons for a while. And I didn't get any more beacons until February, actually. In which case, the number of beacons which... Oh, okay. Okay, that was quite scary. I just my Minecraft just randomly lost focus there and just went off to my desktop. That was very annoying. That's been happening recently. I do not understand it. But if we go up here, past my portal, this is my ice boat tunnel to some of my more exotic projects. So, this was originally established on episode 8 to easily transport me very, very far away from anything else in the Nether. This is probably the farthest away from spawn anybody's really ever gone on this world for any good reason of any sort. And this tunnel here was made specifically for the purpose of being able to get me quickly from my base to the Mushroom Island that has just recently ended up becoming my functional... Oh, that boat went through the portal. That's not good. And that's also through the portal. My mushroom farm, which finally, after last stream and some extra work last week, became actually working and useful when nobody else is online. You see? Sometimes the mushrooms also just wander into the water streams themselves, but there's a mushroom head here, which is... I'll take that. But yeah, not much to say here. It's an entire mushroom... I also put some beacons in this morning because I noticed that I almost died last night, so I need that. But yeah, this is an entire mushroom island which has been covered in water, which I can't remember if I did this in a time-lapse yet, but I'm pretty sure I did. I know I dug that hole mostly in a time-lapse from Replay Mod, which you can go back to episode 8 and watch, which I really highly recommend that you do, as I think it was an interesting episode. Although, as I said, this thing didn't actually become functional until recently. That being this week, the past few days. Okay, and I'm kind of going in order for the project here. Then, a little while later, and never mind these glowing particles on the screen. Then, a little while later, this ice road was completely expanded. Well, not completely expanded, but used a little bit more in order for me to be able to get to one specific location that just happened to be just off the path of this. That would be, and I totally missed it, this turn off right here. Oh, come on. Oh, somebody just disconnected from Discord. Somebody rejoined the call. That's fun. It's probably, if you guys are having troubles, it's probably because I'm streaming. Just saying. Just saying, been streaming for 47 minutes at the moment. Anyhow, it leads to this village here, this nice coastal village, which I definitely have some plans to do some random... Just kidding. This portal leads out to this ocean monument here. Well, there was an ocean monument here, but I spent a while, and a lot of sand, which you may or may not have duped in, to drain, clear, and remove this ocean monument. And build Iskall85's Guardian Farm, which he still has not made a tutorial for yet. This thing is really efficient, although I should do some cave lighting around here to actually make this work better, but I can't remember what episode I built this in, but this is a pretty good Guardian Farm, as is. You see, although the mob cap is full right now, so it's not going to work, guardians like that will drop in here. Their drops will be shot up to this storage system here, which consists of prismarine and the minuscule amount of prismarine crystals that currently exist here, because I probably could AFK here more if other people didn't AFK and take up the mob cap. Which, I mean, I'm not objecting to anybody else AFKing, because totally AFK as long as you're AFKing for some sort of farm and not just a farm time. Which, by the way, I had 123,000 minutes on this world. That's over 83 days of playtime. Anyhow, don't know why I'm showing you this, but yes, that killing chamber just happened to lead out into a whole bunch of caves around here, which I lit up. I probably did a very terrible job at lighting up all the caves around here, though, so there's room for improvement there. Although right now we're obviously not going to get that kind of rates with 3 people online in an unlit cave-lit area. Well, that next season, I think that's going to be a rule that if you're going to AFK in an area, all the caves must be lit up around you. Like, obviously, that's not going to be enforced really early on in the season, but later in the season, we're going to have to make that enforced just so that if there are other people online and they're kind of AFK, you could go to a mob farm and actually be able to AFK without having any significant rate problems due to anybody else having unlit caves around them. Although, if multiple people are AFKing at a mob farm, both of you are going to see some suffering rates because of that, but not my problem. Alright, and then by viewing the ocean monument here, this brings us on to the last thing that is down this tunnel. Ooh, I almost died there. Okay. Which would be the thing that I most recently built in February, which does not seem like that long ago at all, actually. And I actually, in a recent episode, I also touched up the aesthetics of the human interaction area of this farm. Now, we're in the Nether, and here we are, we're approaching it. This, as you probably know, is my Wither Skeleton farm, or my Nether Fortress farm, as it farms anything in a Nether Fortress. And this here is kind of the entrance tunnel. Once you get from the that glass tunnel there, which come down the stairs here, and you're into this tunnel, which all the materials for this, apart from the purple for the end rods, were locally sourced either from the farm or the Nether Fortress, as you can see. I also made sure to make this floor here spawn-proof by making an intricate stair pattern that doesn't make you go up and down and up and down. And at least I hope it doesn't, because there still might be 1 or 2 locations where I haven't. Also, this is a quite unique pattern, does not repeat itself ever, I don't think, which is quite impressive for me, although it repeats itself here and here, but that was on purpose. Now, this was actually a really hard floor to do, but no mobs can spawn on it. And then you go down the stairs here. I mean, man, look how much fog there's now. You can't really see the bottom of these stairs that well. Although this is a pretty tall roof staircase, mainly for these end rods here. And this looks fantastic. Neon lighting and kind of fluorescent lighting everywhere. This here is the killing chamber for the farm, which I'm not the only one in the Nether right now. Yeah, I'm not going to show you this farm while somebody else is in the Nether transporting, I feel. So, maybe later. But, then we can come down this way into the storage system for this farm, which is pretty big. You can see that we have a lot of Wither Skeleton skulls, which, I mean, I'm never going to use them all. We have a whole bunch of bones, blaze rods, coal, gold, and more gold. So if I wanted to craft all that stuff down, I could get some gold, but that's not the purpose of this farm. Still another person in the Nether somewhere. Don't know who or why. The number of mobs is decreasing. Oh, no, it just increased. Okay, this is interesting. Anyhow. But yeah, so this is the killing chamber, and if the other person would... I mean, I'm sure that there's just mobs, or all the mobs are around me, right? Yep, there are some at least. So yeah, this, I will show you the farm and the massive perimeter that I had to craft shortly. Okay, here it is. It's not going to get that fast, but there's certainly still some mobs. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can see how insane this farm is. We don't actually need to do any farming session right now. But there are a lot of mobs and drops that this farm produces. It is actually quite insane if you actually look at it. Probably the most efficient farm that I've ever built, and this farm was of course designed by Nembomb MC. So if you want this farm, it's part of this fun farm series. Although something that happened when I built this tunnel is I made it so there's no actual way for you to be able to actually just get out into the nether around here. Luckily I know I can just break through this wall here and I'm out into the nether fortress. So as you can see, there's a lot of wooden buttons around here, which is the perimeter that I was talking about. It took me a few days, like it took me a week, 2 weeks even, to be able to completely perimeterize this area and prevent most mob spawning. I have definitely missed a lot, but my spectator count came in handy to find locations where mobs were still able to spawn. And so yeah, this here is the farm. It uses flying machines, obviously, to sweep the mobs out. Okay, I'm the only one in the nether now. To sweep the mobs, obviously, into submission. There are 3 levels. There's the top, the middle here, and then there's the bottom layer here. They're all pretty much identical. So no differences there. And then down here is the little compression chamber, which squeezes them all into a 1x1 space where they all drop down and get killed by me eventually. This farm was not as much of a grind to make this season as it was last season, because I have a lot more time on my hands this season. Like, I spent most of my February break pretending that I was placing down buttons here when I was actually doing other things. Ugh. But yeah, this farm wasn't actually that much of a grind this season, so that was pretty nice. Mainly because I built it inside of the actual thing here, which was part of my tactic not to get blown up by gas every 3 seconds, which happened last season and contributed to me turning off mob spawning for the duration of the actual build process. And then I just completely cheated for the perimeter last season, which, yeah, I'll admit that happened. I actually even showed it in the video, so it's not like it's any new information. But this season, I actually placed every single button here by hand, which means I have crafted 60,000 oak buttons, which is way more than any person should have reasonably crafted in a Minecraft world that's lasting less than a year. And speaking of nether projects, there's one other project that I've actually done in the nether, besides the giant beacon grid, which you have already seen in this episode. You've seen it in action, you've seen it probably in inaction now, I would suspect. No, it is still activated, so that's good. You can see redstone down there on the lava lakes. A project was this ice road between mine and JRD Cool's bases, because I still go there a lot. And in the early days, before elytras and fireworks were common, you know, you had to actually boat down this road in order to get anywhere quickly. Anyhow, up these stairs here to the gold farm, which I'm hoping this isn't a nether waste biome in 1.16. It theoretically should be, since this is an old generated nether, but at the moment in 1.16 snapshots, if you upgrade a 1.15 world... Oh, somebody left that open. Wow. And somebody else is in the nether, so there's no pigment here right now. Well, there are some, but... yeah, this is the pigment farm, obviously. It's a gold donut. Everyone comes in here to the center, they die by the minecart, you get lots of XP. All the gold nuggets and ingots are sorted out by the item sorters there and there. Although I swear that, oh yeah, there and there, I don't know why I'm saying it like that. They are then compressed, crafted down right here and here into golden ingots, which then sends them over here to this system here, which crafts them down into golden blocks, stores them in these shulker boxes, and gives us shulker boxes of gold blocks as the output. Some pretty good stuff. I also recently, in a recent episode, upgraded this farm to be magma blocks, just to hopefully prevent piglins from spawning on this in 1.16. Although I fear that this may actually turn into a non-nether waste biome in 1.16, as I just mentioned, snapshots have shown that biomes are actually going to be set in pre-generated nether chunks, which hopefully they don't by the time the final release comes out, as that does not seem right. There's also a whole bunch of beacons up here. You know, gotta get those effects. These beacons are free and do not turn off. Compared to the rest of the beacons down here. But you can't get those beacon effects all the way down here because you're too far below them. That's beneath me. But yeah, that is most of the nether side of things here. That's also most of my projects that I've done this season. I can also go around to other places on the server that I've done stuff, but there actually hasn't been too much activity outside of me and the projects that I do that take forever and all the AFKing that I've done. Which means that so far, there's only been 58 minutes of World Tour, which, you know, kind of aligns with last season, how our initial attempt at episode 1 was a World Tour that took an hour before we had Elytras, mind you, which is why there's no Coolcraft episode 1, by the way. Fun fact. Anyhow, this is Jared Cool's portal. A lot has happened here. It has moved, for instance, outside of the grid. This is outside the grid, by the way. To his new nether room train station. This here is the map of his train network. The nether portal just happens to be on the area of the red line in which you currently exist. This is his central station with a map of the grid or the system here. You can see that we are on nether right now. Central is not labeled, it's just a white dot apparently. There, you can study this to see what his base is going to be. Many of these stops are not filled out yet, which is kind of annoying. But there is nothing over that way at the moment. Over this way is the rail line, which you should theoretically use a minecart to get out of here, but I'm just going to do I'm using my Elytra to get out, because F you, Jared Cool. There we go. So, oh, there's somebody down there. I think that's Jared Cool. So, this is is going to be Jared Cool's storage system. I use slime blocks, yes. Slime block flying machines to bomb this out, and I have placed most of the glass here. Man, I've done so much on his base. His base is practically my base, really. This is the minuscule amount of storage that he currently has, and a stone cut. But, right next to this his gigantic hole of a storage system here, which looks all black on the map, is his central station, which is at the top of this ladder. There's also this hot air balloon here. This here is Jared Cool's central station, where 6 different rail lines converge. There is obviously the yellow line up here at the top, which travels in the east-west direction. There are then 2 other levels below this. So, the first level, which has the green line and National Rail going through it, for both go in the north-south direction and have 2 sides. Apparently, there are signs here that now says Central Station. There's also the giant Coolcraft map art, and of course the system map everywhere. And this is National Rail even. Below this, there is the red and blue line. The red line, which goes all the way from the nether portal to the end portal, only stopping here and at the iron and mob farms in between. This is probably actually, it's the only complete line so far, actually. And the blue line here, as you see, will go from his slime farm to his cactus farm to his mob farm, iron farm here, and then it all already goes to stop down his blast chamber / tree farm. There's also something under this staircase, a little bit of a tunnel that goes underneath the tracks to the other side, in case you wanted to get off your trains here and go onto the other side pretty quickly, which you probably realistically do. So now I'm actually going to see if there's any minecarts lying around here. Which I actually know where there are minecarts lying around his base, so what am I talking about? Of course there are minecarts around his base. I'm actually going to go ride out to certain locations on the rails, because that's obviously what you do. I'm actually going to use his rail system because it was like the entire idea of his base was build a freaking rail system, and now he realizes it's a bad idea and he doesn't want to do anything like this again, which is good JRD Cool. So, first thing I'm gonna ride is the yellow line. Now, there's actually nothing out to the west of the yellow line, although it does go all the way to an end station on that side. But this currently goes to the wool farm on his system. As you can see, wool farm right up this direction. Now, it's the only stop on this side of the line, but this side of his line will be farms that have to do with animals. So he's going to have cow, pig, sheep, chicken, hopefully in the future. If you actually get this stuff done, although I'm not sure how much he will actually get done. So see, nobody has chatted anything in chat, so if you are indeed there, please send a message and say hey. And if you do just stop by, then just say hey in the chat, because I at least want to see some people chatting in the chat, so I know that I'm not just drying my mouth speaking into a microphone for absolutely no reason. It does say top chat, though, for some reason. Hold up, let me go and see about this. This will freeze a second. Some messages such as okay, whatever. Whew. Alright. We are headed east. And also you can see my coordinates down there. I can also take this time to mention we have several data packs on the server from Vanilla Tweaks. If you would like to see if you would like to get your own data packs from Vanilla Tweaks, go to vanillatweaks.net. I have no way endorsed or sponsored by them. Just wanted to let you know that most of the data packs that we have on the server are from Vanilla Tweaks, and these are said packs. Now, welcome to Jared Cool's wood farm? Wool farm, even. Line terminates here. This is probably the most effort he's put into a project, and man, the Golden Creeper's ping has died. Probably because I am sucking up most of the internet with 6 megabytes of upload going out of my computer. Woo! Directly to the YouTube's overpopulated live servers. So, yes, he has every color of sheep here and every color of wool stored up here. It has an unfinished roof, but mostly just so lightning doesn't keep striking the sheep. This is actually not finished. But the most important part is over here. This is the shear crafter system, which automatically crafts shears for the system. It's currently backlogged on shears, so it's not crafting right now, but if it did ever run out, but if a shear does ever get used up at this farm, it will craft another one in order to fill that vacant slot in the system. That's about it. That's about it for this farm right now. Now we'll go right back to the central station, because I literally prepared this live stream to be a lot longer than it is. Riding the old rail. Oh, this isn't that old. Through wilderness, though, yes. Although I will say, JD Cool's base is by far the largest area-wise base on the server because of how spread out it is and connected by absolutely agonizingly slow rail lines. Ugh. It does have signs like that saying what's going to be going at a stop thereabouts. Let's see, I believe right over that way, just outside my render distance, I feel like, is where we would just work for the nether portal. Yeah, you can see the beacons from Central Station there. Going to be a cow farm back there a little ways, or no, right around there actually. There's a skeleton farm that he has made. Yes, we have re-arrived at his Central Station here. As I mentioned, out west there's actually nothing to do. I will show you guys something there later in the stream though. He hasn't built anything out that way though. So, the next stop on this tour will be on the red line going south, which would be this here. Now, this part of the track goes out to some certain farms that are very useful, but mind you, the red line is the line that has to deal with dimensional travel. So this line will terminate at the end portal, which we'll just go there and U-turn, considering it's just the end portal. You guys have all seen the end before. Dragon fights, end busting, it all happens there. It's nothing too exciting about that. Ooh, there's a wandering trader. That's exciting though. Boop. I actually got him. Anyhow, welcome to the iron farm. Yes, the iron farm, which is right there. This is the pretty insane iron farm that I built in episode 4, I want to say. It's by Nembom again. It's quite efficient and lag efficient on this server. And it has been recently retrofitted and upgraded to store directly to iron blocks instead of any iron ingots whatsoever. Hopefully somebody else sleeps soon, because I have not slept in over 3 days and phantoms are going to be killing me soon. So somebody else, if you're watching the stream, sleep. Or just in general, if you're a normal person, sleep. Oh, he has actually added some identification here to say which line is which. That was confusing before. Although, while I'm on the rail here, nothing will spawn because there's a cargo line above me. The National Rail. Which I believe is actually what is above me, is the National Rail here. The top layer here is National Rail. I don't know, this is JRD Cool's base, not mine. We are now approaching and arriving at JRD Cool's mob farm. This is a very, very crappy station, but this is his mob farm. He's not deafened right now. Oh, finally, JRD Cool sleeps. This is the really, really old, like 7-year-old mumbo jumbo mob farm design. So, nothing interesting here. Not really, just mob farm. It does still work pretty well, though. There were some modifications that we need to make in order for it to work better. Off to the end portal. Or at least the end portal station, because JRD Cool's base originally started out around the end portal. Or at least that's where he set up camp on day 1. This here is the interesting interchange where 8 lines becomes 4 and 2. I think it does. Oh yes, it does. No, wait. What? Hang on a second. Why did there? Oh no, it becomes 6. That's right. It becomes 4 out that way. So 8 lines becomes 6 and 2. Sorry, I got really confused there. Wait, why are there? Oh yeah, 2 national rails, 2 cargo national, which he still has work that he's doing on there. Anyhow, down to the end portal. Woo! And then we will go right back out to the mob farm, iron farm, all that sort of stuff. Right there is the end portal with a little bit of a falling block duper out that way. Not that much. We built that really early on, and it's still used sometimes, actually. You'd be surprised. Well, actually, you'd be surprised. This is also a beautiful landscape here that has not been tainted for generations. I think. That's my level of confidence there. Yeah, there's the mob farm. He will also have his slime farm and cactus farm out that way somewhere. Also, this is the swamp where I originally got slime balls before I built my slime farm. I used to come out here during nighttime and just hunt slimes, which is why there are no trees around here, because all the mobs were annoying me with all the trees and the vines, and you understand, right? I feel like my volume's kind of low. Also, I know I have Minecraft sounds off, if anybody was wondering. Back at the mob farm, let's just continue. Okay, we're going to go back over the iron farm, which is, you know, iron. It was also recently retrofitted with composters here to get bone meal out of all the poppies that we don't get from this farm. Yeah, we don't get many I mean, actually, no, a lot of poppies. It's like a 2-to-1 ratio? I can't remember. No, 4-to-1 ratio for poppies to iron, I believe it was. That's confusing. Anyhow, welcome back to the main part of JRD Cool's base here, where this is central storage system and central station, which central station literally just looks like a wooden box that's sunken pretty deep into the ground, which you're not wrong if you call it that. Now, we will be transferring over to the blue line to go out towards the witch farm perimeter, the first real perimeter ever constructed on Coolcraft. Now, I will press this button, and then I will let you guys sit with this minecart riding to the station while I quickly go and get a refill on my water, because I ran out. And I'm back before we reached the station. Nice. That is really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, we have about a 10-second stream delay right now, which is not bad. But we are approaching our destination here, which was kind of the occupants of a bit of a bunch of December and then January. Actually, mainly January, which was the first major stress test of the new CPU that we have on the server, which is currently on the server, was all the TNT flying machines destroying all the blocks over this gigantic hole, just for this one measly witch farm. I also built a whatever the light blue flowers are flower farm down here, because swamp. But when you're AFK up here, there's nowhere else for mobs to spawn. Mob cap is full. Yep, in this perimeter apart from this farm right here. Although there's not many spawning spaces, so it does that kind of slowly. Yeah, this was a gigantic project. Took us forever. And it's freaking awesome. I'm gonna try to do this way earlier next season, so redstone supplies are not an issue. Next off, down the line we go. Huh. Oh my gosh. It's kind of warm out today, which is weird because recently it's been kind of chilly out. We also had this dang coronavirus thing out going on, so you know, got all sorts of terrible crap going on because of that. Although thankfully this server's not been too negatively affected. If anything's positively affected, because people are stuck at home with no choice but to play Minecraft on the Coolcraft server and actually do stuff. He says while not actually thinking that. Well, we are now coming up on Jared E. Cool's tree farm, terrible tree farm, and actually very good blast chamber. This blast chamber is actually especially good if you wanted to get the most out of your TNT. For instance, you decide to not use TNT tubing for some random reason. So, let's start over with the tree farm here. This is a very terrible custom tree farm designed by Jared E. Cool, which continuously runs out of bone meal because it's very bad at conservating that stuff. And there's a new there's more rail lines here. Interesting. Anyhow, this here is obviously it's a tree farm. It's got I don't know. It's got slime blocks. It's got honey blocks. It's got leaf crusherators. It's got log pusherating out, and then it compacts logs into this really long line of blocks here, all the way back to this TNT blast chamber, which was created by El Mango and blasts 240 blocks per TNT, which is really good and efficient. Although I had to reset this farm once because Jared E. Cool completely screwed it up during his building process, which you can actually see him doing in the time lapse when he builds it. It currently has some stuff in it, and somebody just disconnected from the Discord call. Don't know who it was, considering I am complete. Okay, they reconnected. Anyhow, I need more fireworks. Need fireworks! Been live for 117 minutes. 3 of those minutes have been the intro, or been the pre-stream, and then there's a lot of waffling on about who knows what going on around here. So, we have reached the end of the blue line here. Got the witch farm. I can go around the rest of Jared E. Cool's base and show you what the rest of some of his stuff looks like. It's not much. His base is very, very, very large. And empty because he didn't play for a long time like the Golden Creeper. I'm the only one who played for literally like 4 months. Oh, Jared E. Cool has occasionally come on because I've nudged him and then he leaves really quickly. That's just his way, I guess. Jeez. It's gonna be interesting trying to get him to play next season. Although hopefully he'll just play on his own, because he actually has been getting it back into this season recently. Don't stop now. Why does that slow you down so much? It came off of like solid power rails, and then it's just like, stop. Oh, it's getting dark out. It's past sleep time. Hopefully somebody sleeps soon, because I ain't sleeping for now. For now. For now. Yes. Yes. I mean, hey, it's very bright out, and then there's light coming through the window that is on the wall next to the... near me here, not next to me, because it's more than 4 or 5 feet away, I'd say. Rail. The world's slowest. You know, if there was a cave, if there was an update to Minecraft, if there was a cave update to Minecraft, rails would be one of those things that needs to be addressed. Boop. Also, these tunnels here going into Jericho Central Station are pretty cool. It's really interesting. There's like 8 lines that go in, 8 lines that come out now, just in the north-south direction. Only 1 line that, well, 4 lines, but 8 tracks. We'll put it that way. Alright, so that has been JRD base for the most part. We have the Super Bowl prank here this year. There was a prank that I pulled him on Super Bowl Sunday while he was not home. There's a random sheep over there, I believe. A ravine where JRD has died in the past. And we come over this way to have lots of things. An open plain, which I've trudged across several times. This little hut here from when we were transporting villagers by rail down this way before we got these rails in a long time ago. Like, I had memories, lots and lots of memories of me just trudging this way to either see JRD in the early days or go to the end portal to try to go to the end for whatever reason. And there was this path here that was cleared because we needed to get a villager all the way from that village that I showed you much earlier in the stream, all the way over to to the iron farm. Actually, that was the main reason there. And so that is kind of what we did. And we actually had something that went off up here. We actually went up. If I go up here on these trees, I can go across to this line here. This is National Rail here. I don't know why it's called National Rail. We're not really nations, we're just random people. Let me go down here. This is where the end portal is. But if we go directly east from here, which you can always see my coordinates, they're right above my hotbar here, we find this location not much later. This is the base of someone who has not played in a long time, I believe. All of the sugarcane has been chopped down. I don't think they have played in a long time, as I said, so somebody else must have been here and chopped down the sugarcane. Interesting. This is I showed this in a recent episode. This is a pretty small structure. A little bit of terrace-style farming / house here. It's built right into the side of the cliff here. And I just randomly discovered this one. There's a couple what look like cells here. If you go up here, there's a whole bunch of this. I have a little bit of a storage room with a corrupted rule book here. Because this looks like your standard rules book by Coolcraft. But the first page is all the gobbledygook code that makes up the actual spawning of this book when you join the world. All the rest of the pages are actually fine, like this link that just goes to my YouTube channel here. But the first page, I was thinking this was going to give me the name of whoever's base this was, but the book is broken for some reason, and I don't understand why. My book's not broken, and if I gave myself a new book, it wasn't. Also, he has a little bit of a chicken pen down here, which is interesting. Tried to escape. Did he escape? No, he didn't. Tried, though. Has some iron pickaxes. Has really crappy strip mine here. That's all. That's as far as he got before he stopped. I didn't really like this guy, I don't think, anyway. Over here there was a little bit of a sweet berry farm. That's pretty much it for this place. Obviously this guy has not played much. But if we just go a little ways north from here, I've seen some sights of this guy, which made me kind of go look in this area for him. I know if we go north too far, we'll come across Jaredy Cool's yellow line, which, that's always a fun time. Ah, right here. So, what made me think that he was near here is, one, there's this random dirt hut in the middle of the field here, where somebody looks like they went AFK for a while to protect from mobs. There's a giant floating thing of map over here. No, this is just the map of Jaredy Cool's rail system. Yeah, floating in the sky. This bridge kind of made me think that somebody was nearby, because this is a random bridge that none of the 3 people online here currently built. So it must have been from somebody else. Right, so I've shown you guys most of the known server here. Not that much has actually happened this season, which has been kind of interesting. Compared to last season, there was a lot more random little bits and crap that happened last season. People were more active, people were less active. I don't know, things happened. I can show you guys the rest of Jaredy Cool's rail system here by flying. So this here is the green line here, which goes outwards this direction over to a pillager outpost here. We will eventually make a raid farm here. Actually, that I want to do that in the near future, because I'm starting to get really bored not having something like that, even though I don't use Totem of Undying much. It's nice to have 1.5 million of them. I should actually go out and find a woodland mansion. This here will be the CBI complex, as it's being known now. And it's actually my first time seeing this rail line here, and this is as far as it's gone so far. It just abruptly ends. It's kind of funny. Although, yeah. We could go and actually find and probably raid a woodland mansion in this stream, considering I'm probably going to have a lot of time left over on the stream to do something interesting. Or not interesting, as it probably will end up being, but well, flying out to a woodland mansion, defeating the people, looting it, it's going to be a heavy job. Why can't I hear you again? Because you wanted me deafened? Oh, my health is almost dead here. Yeah, this is a village here, which Jaredy Cool's eventually gonna build a potato farm above, apparently. Yes, this goes out this direction here. Talking to Golden Creeper, okay. This is going to be a sugarcane farm. But if you keep going west from here, you go a teeny little bit south, but keep going west, you will eventually stumble upon the gigantic Coolcraft logo, which I built a few episodes back. This thing didn't actually take me that long to do and create, but I've actually had this thing. Well, it took me a little while. It didn't take me too long to build in Survival, because I was just placing blocks from a schematic that I made, but yeah. I actually built this last season. This was originally going to be essentially the floor of the Nether Hub last season. I don't know if we're doing a Nether Hub this season or not. Probably not. But yeah, that's that. It's pretty cool. It's completely map-sized, and you can see it on a map until you zoom it out to a 16th of size, in which case it looks like a complete terribleness. But you can zoom out a map to 1/8 and it looks fine. Although, obviously, if you want full map, you go 1-to-1 map. Yeah, that's basically all of Jaredy Cool's rail lines here. The old line does do some interesting swerving and dodging around his storage system here, which is quite interesting. Now, what are we doing next? There's Jaredy Cool's idea board there. I don't believe that Jaredy Cool has extended National Rail beyond this station yet. Northbound platforms. National Rail does just end right there, yeah. So let's go back to the Nether, actually. Which would be this line here. And this should, keyword, should bring us back to the Nether portal room that Jaredy Cool has built, which he will eventually build a museum and gift shop in. Gotta love capitalism, right? Okay, yep, right here. This giant stonework and log building. It's very big, required a lot of logs, which is why Jaredy Cool built that log thing. And boop. Oh, Jaredy Cool is flying down the stairs. Nether portal. The address of this is a reference I do not get. He actually put more information about that said address right here, which you can quickly read. I don't get it, but I didn't think it was for me to get. Yeah, there's some other things that have happened recently. For instance, there is Endermans. I don't know why they allowed Endermans to spawn in the Nether. That's one of the worst things that they ever... Whoa, that Enderman just went right into the lava. One's teleported right there. That was one of the worst things they ever did. Endermen in the Nether, for real. Endermen do not spawn in the Nether. They spawn in the end, and they have traveled to the overworld. Not the Nether. Unless they walk through another portal, which is unlikely, but they could, I guess. Anyhow, ooh, this tunnel is quite unfinished. I do know where this goes, since I have gone down this, though. This all the way out to a simple portal here. Oh, those are gigantic magmas. Hopefully they don't see me in this portal. And this tracks directly west to a flower forest biome. Ooh, this is Jaredy Cool's flower forest base. It's a nice little room here. Ah, frick. I just spilled some water on my keyboard. No need to worry or panic or anything. There we go. But yeah, it's a flower forest. Not too much to say about this. It's a flower forest. Although there's a lot of beehives around there, since that was actually generated 1.15.2. Okay, flew over that mistake of not picking up those items. Okay, and we're back here to the central Nether hub area. Village Gold Farm. Okay, there's some labelings in the Nether. That's interesting. We've never had that. Oh, I think that's just labeling the golden creeper where to go. Jaredy Cool's base, Village Gold Farm, spawn / Aprons, shopping district, JSD Cool's base. This is not my blue shulker box. Somebody left their blue shulker box here on top of my redstone? Somebody definitely has left their I should sell shulker boxes too. That's a shop that I have to go make. You know, there's some signs that have been popping up. Shopping. Spawn / Aprons and JSD Cool's base. Something that I've not ever noticed before. That portal's unlabeled, which is, you know, fun. I don't think the portals themselves are actually labeled. Locations. Nothing over this way. And yeah, nothing here. So I think that was just on that side of the nether. Anyhow, there's actually one other thing I forgot to show while we were over this way by my starter base. So obviously my starter base, there was a lot of sweet berry bushes around here. I actually originally was part of this thing where I didn't want pillager patrols getting into my area, so I put up this 6 actually thick barrier of berry bushes. That was interesting. But right over this way, there's a staircase. It goes down, 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 to a skeleton spawner. This was early on in the season, so it's not too impressive stuff, but yeah, a lot of storage here because early on this is how I got bones from my tree farm. There's actually a decent amount of bones here. Although I have much faster farms to give me bones now. They also give me a lot of other stuff too, not just skull bones. There they go. Oh, they're fighting. But yeah, I have no need for all this stuff right now. Now, where else to? I can fly to spawn from here, which is onward this way. Now, we are 1 hour and 34 minutes into this stream at the moment. I've showed the entire world, and I wanted to go for about 2 hours. Oh yeah, there's a glacier biome, a frozen ocean biome, that's it, right there. Alright, here's spawn, Apern's base. Pretty simple stuff, all covered in green concrete, so I did that. Stuff got blown up, giant map. I think we covered most of the things here. We got some excess shovels from mining stuff. Actually, I could show you all the stuff that we got. So, we got, I think, through the second row chest potentially in the live stream last week. Yep, and then we filled up some chests over here. Yeah, there's a lot, and this is a thing of spawn from before I did anything over this way. That's interesting. But yeah, so that's all the content I had planned for the stream. I think I'm gonna go find a woodland mansion and see if I can go raid that alone by myself, with myself and some beacons. Alright, so yeah, let me go /seed. Alright, now you won't be able to see this, but I'm opening up a third-party program. What, did that just Bing search me, or did that actually... Okay, good, that actually opened up the thing. I use Windows search to find the program on my computer. I know it's in the downloads folder. But hopefully this is not on amplified seeds, because I was looking at what amplified seeds look like recently. Hold up, settings. It is on amplified, of course. Although it looks about the same as it currently does, but no. It's not similar at all. Default. Okay. Let's repaste in the seed. Maybe it's the same. Maybe I'm just going insane, guys. Sorry, there's nothing on the screen right now. Just trying to find a woodland mansion. They are probably the rarest structure in Minecraft, I would say. There's pillager outposts all over the place. Layers. Village chest outposts, so I don't see all those, which, you know, are kind of common. Yeah, I remember last season, the nearest woodland mansion was literally 10,000 blocks away. So it took me absolutely ages to get there. Don't know where the nearest one will be this season, and I could try the to cartographerize, but that would be quite hard and take a while. Also, Scrap Mechanic Survival Mode trailer comes out on Tuesday. Yeah, so that means that if Survival Mode does come out on May 1st, I will be doing a live stream most likely after that comes out, which May 1st, just checking, is a Friday. So I will record my episode 1 of Scrap Mechanic Survival the day that if it's on May 1st, and then the next day we will do a live stream hopefully for Scrap Mechanic Survival, because I am finally, like 4 years of development, and Scrap Mechanic's finally getting its 1.0 survival mode update now. I could actually add this as a source on the screen now that I think about it. So add window capture. Okay, click OK. Oh, there it is. Right there. Yep. Automatic type. Use the Windows 10 image capture mode so that we can only see the client area. Okay, so we don't see. Alright. This is what I'm seeing currently on my screen. This is slowly loading in. I don't know how live streaming is doing. I think my thing is doing fine right now. You can see, this looks insane. There's no Woodland Mansions for ages though. I could do /locate, but I don't feel like cheating like that. I feel like cheating like this. This is not cheating though, so shut up. I see witch huts and jungle temples, strongholds, sand temples, but no freaking Woodland Mansions. Yeah. So let's just turn off everything that is not a Woodland Mansion. Temples and ocean monuments. There, only Woodland Mansions should show up now. We should only get icons for Woodland Mansions, if we can get one, that is. Because if we can't get a hit for one, they do exist. I just don't know where in the world they're going to be existing. Across the bottom now. Down the side. I mean, this is probably made a little bit lighter by the fact that I'm only doing the... I'm only wanting to display icons for everything, although it is going through the seeds generation to find out the biomes of certain locations. Because this is a Java application using alt Java stuffs, and I know it's Java and stuff because recently when I've been learning Java, I found out about this library that Java has for essentially input and message box GUIs, and I've seen that this program here uses those simple message box GUIs and stuff for inputs, which is pretty cool, although the rest of this is clearly made by itself. It does not look like there's a Woodland Mansion in the nearest like 10,000 blocks. That's absurd. And just for reference, I can go turn on spawn location. We spawned, this is spawn here. It's gone all the way out this way and not found any Woodland Mansions at all. It's found some more mesa biomes and other stuff. It's found like everything. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the Mushroom Island biome that I have built the cow farm on. This map is essentially full right now, and 0 Woodland Mansions have been found. That is freaking interesting. Let's move this direction, shall we? And also, instantly we'll unload everything else that's happened, so yeah, that's amazing. And for some reference here, JRD equals base is around somewhere up in the neighborhood of so we go there, we go through there, we got the village there, swamp there, So yeah, he's around here. His storage system's probably around there-ish, I think. Which farm's in this swamp biome, I want to say. I don't know, I'm probably really wrong on all of that stuff, considering the scale of this map. Yeah, due to the scale of this map, I'm probably really wrong about that. You can see my mouse cursor, right? Yeah, you can see that. Doodly-doo-doo. Most fun stream ever. Actually, gotta go back to view that. And actually go view the live stream statistics here while that's loading up. Okay, let's see. Okay, a couple people are watching. Actually had 3 people for a while. Ooh, that's pretty cool. A third person left for a while, though. Messages a minute, 0, which is fun. Let's go look at the stream health statistics. That was at 2:53 p.m., which is just now. It's apparently receiving bad. What's the stream health? Not receiving. Video output is low at the moment. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will be experiencing buffering. Okay, I'm sorry if the stream quality is bad. On my end, it's all good. OBS is reporting a healthy 6,200 kilobytes per second output. So this is totally on YouTube. This is your fault, YouTube, not mine. So shut up. Although I can't tell if this is my fault or not that it's looking so bad though, but yeah. Although that's kind of weird though, because besides the buffering thing, my phone, which is monitoring the stream right now, is receiving a good quality. So YouTube is completely screwing with me right there. I do not believe YouTube for a second on that stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna draw to conclusions right now, saying that yeah, we're not gonna be finding a woodland mansion anytime soon. Anytime soon at all. Like, we are at over 20,000 blocks out this direction, 10,000. Yeah, we're at like 20,000 blocks out. Not finding a woodland mansion anywhere near. Nothing's been happening in Minecraft, so my mouse is here. I think I'm just gonna shelve this project I'm gonna shelve this potential searching for a woodland mansion for another day then. So, just gonna go close this. Turn off that source on OBS so that the next time I open it up during a video, it doesn't cause issues with me being able to see anything. And I'm gonna go back to the game to see if we can find anything to do, considering that it's been literally an hour and 46 minutes and I don't have anything else to do for this live stream, which is kind of sad. Ooh, I actually can take this red mushroom's head, because there is non-red mushrooms too. Place that there. Now we got symmetry. Kind of. Only got one sheep head, but whatever. So let's go exploring the world. Kind of just out in the open. Don't know what's what, or where's what, or what's going on. I know there are a whole bunch of random falls from a high place. Pure comedy gold, Golden Creeper. I know there are random fence posts here. Actually, there's this one site in the Nether that has something that I kind of want to show you. Also, what the heck is this? Looks like it's skin colored for some reason. See how long everybody's played for right now. I have played for by far the most. Golden Creeper comes nowhere close. He's gotten those 2,000 minutes within the last week, which is kind of amazing. Still has the shulker box here. Weird. Somebody left their shulker box by the Golden Creeper's portal. But if we go over this way, this corner here, there is this terracotta and a bit of endstone here. This bit of stuff was because originally the Golden Creeper, I don't know why, he suspended his horse on a lead that was tied to a fence post around here. Interesting. And this was part of the retrieval effort. I don't know why he did that, but that was the thing. That's the same horse that died. Yes. What else is going on around here? I can show you all the different redstones and stuff that happened for the system here. So this is the timer here. This chunk is centrally located, so if you go out to the chunk beyond the shopping district portal, or a couple chunks before where JRD Cool's portal is now, this timer will no longer be loaded and you will be outside the grid area. But there are two different types of inputs that can be given to the system. There's either that you paid with diamonds input or that you did not pay with diamonds input. And that's because times like right now, where it seems like this thing has been on forever, which it isn't, I could just go take this out, plop her in there, and make sure this clock is 100% reset, and be good. But if you're using that, but if you paid with diamonds, I'm not gonna revoke your time for that. So, there's that, and oh, this is still on good. Lots of beacons here, which are way too close. I really don't know what else to do in this stream. I've done everything that I was going to do in this stream, so I know about where the Golden Creeper and JRD Cool are currently doing their thing, so I'm going to go over to spawn, and I'm going to fly out towards where they are. That'll take a good while. It's been 1 hour and 50 minutes. We have 10 minutes to go before we hit the 2-hour target that I was kind of looking for, which will be good, so I can stop live streaming, get to doing other stuff, get to finishing up the next episode of Coolcraft, which is coming out tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm probably gonna be lazy, and if it doesn't come out tomorrow, I'm sorry. But you should always be paying attention to my YouTube channel, because almost certainly on Tuesday, after the Scrap Mechanic Survival Mode trailer comes out, there will be a video of me talking about it. That is almost certainly gonna happen. Just saying. So we are now flying over National Rail, the rail that has the passenger rails currently set, but the cargo rails in the center have not actually had anything happen to them in a long time. We are currently flying over the village where it all started. There may be a war over the 2 villagers that remain in this village in the future. Maybe not, maybe that was just a distant memory of Season 1. Yep, Season 1. I was freaking stacked there. I actually had over 9 stacks of diamonds. Okay, here we are approaching the end portal at the southern border of JRD Cool's base. He has an enchantment table here for no good reason. Let's just see where this tour takes us. Oh, and here we have JRD Cool's mob farm, built really recently to supply his tree farm. Funny how things like that work out. And here we have the iron farm, supplying the server with iron since week 2, although it's mainly been me because I'm the only one who's actually freaking played on this season. Screw you guys. Here is the central... Oh, okay, that was weird. There was just a black frame or 2. Okay, that was interesting. Sorry about that. Here's JRD. Here we go. JRD Cool's Central Station. Not Central Station, sorry. Nether Station. Don't know why he made such a big grand room for just a frickin' nether portal. But whatever. Here we are now. Now you can see us following the lines. Following some wooden tracks which will presumably be the extension of National Rail to the future. Remember, it's a freaking rail line that's so slow, nobody will ever use it. Who thought it was a good idea to be building train lines in 2020? come on, this is Minecraft we're talking about. Minecarts have not been relevant since the Elytra came out. Well, since 1.11.2, when the Elytra was made useful by fireworks. My bad. Somebody just left the Discord call. And the golden creeper's gone. That's interesting. Did Jaredy Cool just leave the call? Well, let me go check the Discord. I am the only one in the call now, people. This is confusing. Are they going to do something else? I have no idea. This is kind of weird, actually. We're gonna hit 2 hours soon. Hey, there's a beacon here. There's also a couple of random shacks. Ooh, what does this sign say? National Park. Interesting. Jaredy Cool's pop-up shelter. Interesting. There's a beacon over this way. Interesting. Huh. I don't know what's gonna go on here. Although they told me, but I totally forgot. So yeah. Well, look guys, there's nothing else for me to really do here. It's gonna be, just like 5 minutes before this becomes a 2-hour live stream, which might as well wait around for. So yeah, we're gonna fly around the world for the next 5 minutes and do who knows what for the next 5 minutes. I mean, I'm serious, I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. I've toured the entire world. You've seen this place before on stream. You've seen it all on stream. Because literally, I was imagining that I was gonna have other people here with me to talk to during the stream, so that it would take me a lot longer to be able to actually do things. What are you doing? And where's everybody gone?
On the AFK, Noah's gone to get some exercise and see what's going on in his house.
Yes, the golden creeper's left, and I'm still alive, by the way.
No. Say something.
No.
Nobody's there.
Yeah, nobody said anything in chat this stream. Interesting.
How's the tour going?
Pretty much seen everything. Stop.
We started work on the office now.
Interesting.
I haven't updated, but I'll do that.
Interesting. Interesting. Let's examine this. It's a very colorful wall that it's made out of. Here, it's got an interesting clock reading system here. Pulsating circuits, some rail lines, some big old cobblestone structure that used to hold villagers and it's still freaking flooded with water. Okay. I did not actually realize that was still flooded with water. Flooded with water for ages. Also, interestingly, this is a gravelly mountain biome right here. Has not really been harvested by Jaredy Cool at all, which is interesting. Let's go take a more slightly detailed look at his tree farm. Not tree farm even, no, that's boring. All the way over here at the wool farm, which he has not yet finished. See, there's a pollution outflow pipe here. There's a whole bunch of wheat along the river here, which I used to breed up all the sheep that were right here. There's this giant area here, which I helped him prepare, which is obviously where all the sheep are. And our loud ticking sounds engaged. Actually, most of it's off. A third of it is off. Yeah, there's a lot of white wool, red wool, pink wool, magenta wool, black wool, blue wool, light blue, green. But yes, so, yeah. I'm pretty much topped out for this stream, guys. So, yeah, I'm getting bored. This is clearly boring. Nobody's watching the stream anyway. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to say thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Please make sure to like the live stream before you go and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future live streams. Streams every Saturday at about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I say, because I was really late this week because I just kind of didn't have lunch for a little while. And I will see you all. Oh yeah, this is Jared Equals cheap flower farm, which he gets all the dyes for his dye shop from. But I will see you all in the next Coolcraft live stream. Guys, I have no idea what that was. Or 1 hour 59 minutes. But yeah, check out the Coolcraft Discord if you want to join. The server, fill out the form, and when we're looking for members, if you look like a good candidate on the forum, we'll invite you for a second round interview, which hopefully goes pretty well for you. There should be at least 2 members of the server there. But thank you all for watching. Do the subscribing stuff. Watch the video coming out tomorrow at 1 p.m. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I get it finished after this. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, we got Mr. Zombie, and as Mr. Zombie frightens that one villager that cannot get a job or do anything right, that stupid deadbeat, I'm gonna say thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week with another live stream.